Hi everyone. In this episode we'll be looking even more at the film Gladiator and how the camera work is both traditional and contemporary. That means old and new. Keep up. Come on. This will be a quick episode, so let's get started. First, let's look at the work of the Coen brothers, and who better than to introduce us to the Coen brothers is Tony Zhao and his series, Every Frame a Painting. Be sure to check out his YouTube channel. Let's go!
Hi, my name is Tony, and this is Every Frame a Painting. The most basic thing we have in film grammar is probably this. Shot, reverse shot. Nearly everything you watch is going to be filled with it, and most filmmakers seem to use it as a quick way to record dialogue. Keep the actors still, use multiple cameras, shoot 10 takes, and then make decisions in post. But I think shot reverse shot is still powerful when it's done precisely. And a good example of that is the work of Joel and Ethan Coen. Because the Coens are masters of the dialogue scene, and they've done it by keeping their shots simple but precise. So today, let's reconsider shot reverse shot. What can we learn from the way the Coens use it?
They tell me your son squealed like a girl when they nailed him to the cross.
In other words, they shoot a lot of singles.
The Senate did not approve martial law. This reign of terror is entirely the Praetorians. I'm afraid to go out after dark.
You should be more afraid of your activities during the day. The Senate is full of his spies, led by that whoremaster Falco. But what is in his mind? That's what I trouble myself with.
One of the first things you notice about the Coens is that they like to film dialogue from inside the space of the conversation. And that means the camera is usually in between the two characters, so that they each get separate shots.
And what pays for it? These daily games are costing a fortune, yet we have no new taxes.
The future. The future pays for it.
Other filmmakers, like Paul Greengrass, prefer the camera behind the characters, usually on a very long lens, so you feel like you're spying.
So finally, after 5 years of scratching a living in flea-infested villages, we're finally going back to where we belong.
The Coens and Roger Deakins don't do this. In fact, they film almost exclusively on wide lenses.
Well, I've got a very strong feeling about lenses, and personally, I'm sitting here talking to you, and you're filming me from over there on a shoulder on probably a single, where I'd rarely do that, because I think, you know, the camera wants to be, to me, I would shoot singles inside here.
And if you do this, switch to a wider lens and bring the camera closer, it feels like...
It's different, right? You know, it's a sense of presence. You're right there with somebody supposed to being... I think psychologically it's a totally different effect. So.
But what is the psychological effect? If a long lens feels like you're spying, then how does this lens make you feel?
I hope they're enjoying the games because soon enough they'll be dead because of them.
Kind of uncomfortable?
And how? He's going to dissolve the Senate.
Because the Coens like to isolate individuals, trapping them in situations that they really have no control over. And because the lens is right here, you're trapped with them. The other effect is visual. The Coens shoot mostly on a 27 or 32mm lens, and they often push in to exaggerate some part of an actor's face. But the third effect of shooting singles this way is environmental. Shots like this have a nice balance between the character and everything around her.
Yes, I did. You're good, Spaniard, but you're not that good. You could be magnificent.
I'm required to kill, so I kill.
And it helps us get a quick read on very minor characters. Think about how well you know this woman just from her clothes and her workspace.
My father favors you now.
My lady.
'Twas not always so.
Many things change.
Many things.
The Coens want you to empathize with these characters. They frame wide enough so you can see the environment,
Maximus, stop.
and they put the lens right next to people at their lowest point.
Lucius is safe.
There's an old saying, tragedy is a close-up, comedy is a long shot, and that's the fascinating thing, because dialogue scenes aren't just about recording the dialogue. They're also about the non-verbal behavior.
Lucius Varus, after my father.
And by placing the camera here, using a wide lens, and following their particular rhythm, the Coens have found an interesting approach to the most basic tool.
You take life when you have
Shot,
to, as I do.
reverse shot.
I have only one more life to take. Then it is done.
Take it now.